CDK Global is shut down due to a cyber hack. There's a lot to unpack here, lots of rumors, conjectures, etc. But here are the numbers. There are 30,000 automotive dealers impacted by this. Now, CDK Global is a DMS. It stands for Dealer Management System, but it is all encompassing. It's not just a lead generation system or advertising site or inventory management. It's everything. It is accounting. It is payroll, inventory management, lead generation, customer management, service side. It is the whole friggin' ball of wax. Now, a number of people say that CDK had this coming as they are a cheaper / outdated version compared to other competitors like Reynolds and Reynolds. It also impacted dealers differently depending on their level of dependence on the system as well as their response. So some dealers that I've talked to are essentially just sitting on their hands doing nothing. Their service department is only doing oil changes because that's what they know how to price out. And their sales department is going home at like 2 p.m. Like they're just not writing deals at all. They're doing nothing. Other ones, including a good one that we've done a lot of business with, said that their dealer had a game plan from day one, like 24 hours into this. They had a game plan rocking and rolling. Like it's difficult, but they had a solution, they had a strategy, and they were ready to go. Now, they did notice that, or they did note that I was like, well, how do you know how much money you have? And his answer was, we don't. So these are like multi-dealer chains that don't know how much money is in their accounts or like what their AP, AR is, how much money, like, can we write checks for these cars to buy them? Like, they are really, really struggling. Some of the biggest issues that these dealers have encountered is they don't have an ability to process payroll. So we're coming up on about, I think, 10 days of this shutdown because once the security breach was realized, CDK shut everything down, which is the right thing to do. But we're coming up on payroll time and like they can't process payroll. So all of their employees are going, how are we going to get paid? They don't know how much money they have. They have to essentially add inventory manually to different listing sites, except cars.com, which somehow they use, they're an advertising site, one of the biggest. They use CDK. So like our inventory on cars.com is a week outdated. They have to write finance contracts manually. They have to write service ROs manually. So I was thinking like they should hire all the Hanks, all the retired boomers. They should like bring them back in for a reunion tour. Like, this is no big deal. This is easy. What are you young bucks doing?
It's called a piece of paper.
Yeah, I can estimate that. Just look at it. Within a few days of this happening, the Federal Reserve was also hacked, and apparently 33 terabytes worth of data is being held for ransom.
This is alleged. I don't think there's any proof yet.
Correct. The company that hacked the Federal Reserve has been raided by the feds before, and they have been accused or whatever of doing two different false claims of we have all this data, but they actually didn't. But they also have done some pretty good hacks in the past. There's a lot of speculation around the ransom amount for CDK, with the most reliable rumors we've heard being around the $50 million mark, but we've also heard $10 million and $2 billion. But according to an internal email from CDK Global today, they have been restored and are anticipating being online within a matter of days, not weeks. So they're working towards getting everything back. So Tyler, I'm here for the snark. I just sell cars, but Tyler has a real job and he is a software engineer or something like that. So Tyler has some like expert insight into this. So Tyler, what do you know about cybersecurity and what went on here?
I'll preface this, and I'll probably say it a few more times. Like, I don't know specifics. I've never used the CDK platform. I know, it's apparently very outdated. There's a lot of parts to it. None of what I'm saying is going to be like attacking CDK because I don't actually know what any of it's like. But what I can tell you is that most likely a system that handles literally everything has been in development for a long time. And if it's cheap, they probably don't have the money to pay to rewrite key components of the system. So there's a lot of stuff that's probably running very out-of-date software libraries or packages or components that have vulnerabilities that can be very easily exploited if the people know what they're doing. This is a ransomware attack where essentially these folks from this group got access to their network, to their systems.
China?
It was from Eastern Europe, allegedly. Is where these folks are from. So not
It's all
quite.
the trucking companies.
They're trying to get to the source.
They ran out of money to fix their trucks.
They have gained access and essentially, most likely, encrypted key files and systems so that they can't be used. And they hold the key to decrypt it, and that's where they like pay us, $80 million, $100 million to get access to this.
But even if they decrypt it, like they still have to solve this for the future, right?
There have been instances of people of massive companies paying the ransom and getting hacked shortly after because the vulnerability is still there. I am not jealous of anybody that works for CDK right now because they've got to be on fire. I am interested if they'll tell us how this happened. There's many ways that somebody could gain access. It could be a phishing attack in an email asking for a username or password, in an official looking form. They're getting very good.
Car salesmen are real smart.
Well, I've almost been fooled. I've seen some stuff and I'm like, this looks sketchy, but like it's getting good. So you got to be real careful when you get emails with PDFs or invoices or asking for information that says log into your Microsoft account.
I did get an email from a foreign account the other day, foreign name, with proof of payment as the headline, which seemed incredibly suspicious, but it was actually a customer attaching a PDF of the wire transfer they sent to us.
So you just got to be skeptical. You need to be constantly skeptical at a healthy level of all of this stuff. They could have gotten a password from somewhere that was just reused. The amount of companies that have the same password for a bunch of admin accounts with like privileged access to everything.
So this has nothing to do with exotic car hacks. This isn't the same kind of hack we're talking
different
about.
Hack. Different hack.
All right.
These guys could buy a lot of exotic cars if they get this ransom payment. But my take on a lot of this is that we, over the last 20 years, we have seen a movement towards systems that do everything. One-stop shop. Pay us this money, you get it all. And I think we might be going away from that. It is a single point of failure that is taking thousands of businesses down. And if you pay one company for your bookkeeping and then another for some inventory management and another site to handle financing and stuff like that, you can maybe work with companies that are very focused on providing excellence in one area. And if they go down, it doesn't take your whole business down.
Right.
That's just my opinion. I don't run any of this stuff.
It's interesting, actually, to this effect. I should have saved the email, but we did get a threatening email the other day regarding, somebody that was going to hack our site. But I knew it was a joke because they were talking about how terrible and out of date and janky our website was. And I was like, this email must be 6 months old because we just had our website redone. So I sent it to Ethan. I'm like, check out this joke. But they essentially were like, we're going to take down your site because it's such a joke. And, but they wanted to like redesign it. I think they were threatening us or blackmailing us to get the job to redesign it.
Yeah.
And I was like, we literally just
yeah.
launched an amazing new website. Like 6 months ago, I might have been like, oh, shoot, I gotta pay these guys.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, we have a great website. And I think they even spelled our domain name wrong in the email. So I didn't take them too seriously. But
hey, it's an approach to getting clients, I guess.
Yeah,
that's bold.
Ethan, you
Sign
should try
with me
that.
or I'll hack you. Yeah. It's good. Good work.
It's interesting I hope that all of this, as these big hacks continue to happen, people will start taking this stuff a lot more seriously. You have to learn just like you have to learn to be safe if you're in a public place, things to watch out for, things to be concerned about. You have to do that online as well. Don't reuse passwords. Don't click on unfamiliar links. Stranger danger. Because stuff like this is extremely disruptive. Yeah, don't do that, Doug. Do we need to get you a password manager?
Am I supposed to have 120 different passwords?
Yeah, and you have a program that manages it for you. And then you have a password for that program. You just got to hope that company doesn't get hacked.
Get that password. Yeah, then you're screwed.
I do also find it amusing. So Chase Ambrose in a YouTube chat, second comment of the evening, all the way back when we started. Finally watching one of these live for the first time because the CDK hack affected our dealership. We are still able to sell, but it's all on paper and it sucks.
Oh, man. So Chase started in the car business like 3 weeks ago. So he's getting thrown to the wolves.
Good luck.
Oh, man. Sorry, Chase.